Krishna, Krishna. I'm too excited to sleep. I'm too excited to sleep. Greedy for empowerment. Greedy for more empowerment. Greedy for more bliss and blessings. Greedy for more association with beloved beloved fellow devotees, beloved spiritual family members. Beloved representatives of Krishna. Beloved part and parcels of Krishna. Greedy for the dance. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let me wait a little bit longer. Let me have some more separation. Because it increases my bhakti. Let me have a more separation. Let me feel more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. When this separation becomes stronger and stronger, it becomes more clear, it becomes more intense. Everything becomes more stronger. The real love becomes stronger. I want to know the meaning of the Sanskrit words of meaning, of intense. I want to know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Intense, intense feeling. Intense. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Intense. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ichabada, Pragada, Krodha Vish, Prema Parakashat Kashta. It's very intense to just read these words. Gada, intense. Gada, intense. Ati, intense. Avesh, Prema Avesh, an intense love for Krishna. Oh, this is really bringing me this. Oh my God. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Oh yeah, let me remember this. If I want to become intense, I just look in this database, intense, and then synonyms. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Tigma, intense. Hare Krishna, Ashai, by intense desire. Gadahata, the intensity. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let's start at this last one. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda Balaram. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jai Shri Krishna Balaram. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Radhe Radhe Radhe. Oh. Jai Guru, Jai Krishna, Jai devotees, Jai pure devotees, Jai association. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8:102. During the rasa dance, during the rasa dance, Sri Krishna did not exchange loving affairs with Srimati Radharani due to the presence of the other gopis, because of the dependence of the others. The intensity of love between Radha and Krishna was not manifest. Therefore, he stole her away. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Here it says, out of fear of the other gopis, Lord Krishna took Srimati Radharani to a secluded place. In this regard, the verse Kamsarir Api, verse 106 in this chapter, will be quoted from the Gita Govinda of Jayadeva Goswami. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Yeah, I'm at this point that really nothing matters. Nothing really matters to me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. No time, no space. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. I feel really cold. I feel really cold. Now I understand it's greediness. I'm greedy for warmth of Krishna. I'm greedy. I'm increasing my greediness. Krishna is increasing my greediness, my determination. Hare Krishna, for him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. He's attracting me. Yes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. I feel intensely attracted. Oh my God. Hare Krishna, intense desire. Let's just go to the others. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thus, because of his foolish mentality, a householder whose heart is overwhelmed by family attachment is never satisfied. Constantly meditating on his relatives, he dies and enters into the darkness of ignorance. The synonyms, they say ashaya, by intense desire. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. And that's unintelligent mudha. Unintelligence, intense in desire. Hare Krishna, Krishna. And from an unintelligent point of view, mudha, dihi. Hare Krishna, I am this person. Atripta, unsatisfied. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Constantly thinking of he dies, blindness enters darkness. Hare Krishna, Tama. Tama is darkness. Tama guna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Wow. Oh, Hare Krishna. Another one. Lord Savita has come to see you, O Lord of the universe. He is blinding everyone's eyes with his intensely effulgent rays. Hare Krishna, Savita, the sun god, wanting to see Didrikshu. Hare Krishna, Jagatpate, O Lord of the universe, Mushnam, stealing Gabhasti of his rays with the circle Shat Krena, Nranam of men, the eyes intense whose radiation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. If Lord Krishna, Madhya Lila 8:103, Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Shri Dvaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. If Lord Krishna rejected the company of the other gopis for Srimati Radharani, we can understand that Lord Shri Krishna has intense affection for her. Let's just dive into their talks between Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai was the first of the 5 sons of Bhavananda Rai. Hare Krishna, I learned today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. He was so honorable. He was so fortunate. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Intense affection for her. Gada Anurag. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna. We can understand in Srimati Radharani of Lord Krishna intense affection. Jani Radhaya Krishnera Gada Anurag. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. For the sake of Srimati Radharani, the gopis, if directly thus rejection, then we can understand in Srimati Radharani of Lord Krishna intense affection. Wow, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Where to start? Simply remember Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. He makes the process beneficial. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. 1. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as Gauranga, is the ocean of all conclusive knowledge in devotional service. He empowered Sri Ramananda Rai, who may be likened to a cloud of devotional service. This cloud was filled with the water of all the conclusive purpose of devotional service and was empowered by the ocean to spread this water over the sea of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Thus the ocean of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became filled with the jewels of knowledge of pure devotional service. Here again I feel this cycle is he's accepting the rain, the conclusiveness of Ramananda Rai, and he is the source of this blessing. He is the source of his own blessing, because he is the source of all the blessings. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. He is the supreme facilitator. He facilitates the happiness of everyone. All the happinesses are his. He is the source of all happinesses. And also the most conclusive, the Mahabhav, the Gopi Bhav, conjugal love. Oh my God, so intense. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. This cloud was filled with the water of all the conclusive purpose of devotional service and was empowered by the ocean to spread this water over the sea of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Thus, the ocean of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became filled with the jewels of the knowledge of pure devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. All glories to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityananda. All glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. According to his previous program, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went forward on his tour, and after some days arrived at the place of pilgrimage known as Jiyada Narasimha. Hare Krishna, I jump to hundreds. When the gopis began to talk among themselves, they said, "Dear friends, the gopi who has been taken away by Krishna to a secluded place must have worshipped the Lord more than anyone else." Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Please speak on. I am very happy to hear you, because a river of unprecedented nectar is flowing from your mouth." Hare Oh yes, I cannot get enough I just can't get enough. Oh, this is also happening in this Sangha now. In the Sangha of Sri Kauridas and Amy Rose. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh my God. I take every reason to become flowing in that bliss, to can become blessed by that rain, blessed by that living force, blessed by that consciousness, blessed by that Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. When the gopis began to talk among themselves, Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Please speak on, I am very happy to hear you, because a river of unprecedented nectar is flowing from your mouth." During the Rasa dance, Sri Krishna did not exchange loving affairs with Srimati Radharani due to the presence of the other gopis. Because of the dependence of the others, the intensity of love between Radha and Krishna was not manifest. Therefore, he stole her away. If Lord Krishna rejected the company of the other gopis for Srimati Radharani, we can understand that Lord Sri Krishna has intense affection for her. Ramananda Rai continued, "Please therefore hear from me about the glories of Srimati Radharani's loving affairs. They are beyond compare within these three worlds. Finding herself treated equally with all the other gopis, Srimati Radharani displayed her tricky behavior and left the circle of the rasa dance. Missing Srimati Radharani's presence, Krishna became very unhappy and began to lament and wander throughout the forest to search for her. To search her out. Lord Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, took Srimati Radharani within his heart. For he desired to dance with her. For he desired to dance with her. Thus he left the arena of the rasa dance and the company of all the other beautiful damsels of Raj. Being afflicted by the arrow of Cupid and unhappily regretting his mistreating Srimati Radharani, Madhava, Lord Krishna began to search for her along the banks of the Yamuna river. When he failed to find her, he entered the bushes of Vrindavan and began to lament. Simply by considering these two verses, one can understand what nectar there is in such dealings. Yes. What nectar there is in such dealings. It is exactly like freeing a mine of nectar. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Yes, this is separation. This is intense separation. Hare Krishna, Krishna. It's a mine of nectar. Although Krishna was in the midst of hundreds of thousands of gopis during the rasa dance, he still kept himself in one of his transcendental forms by the side of Srimati Radharani. By the side of Srimati Radharani. He still kept himself in one of his transcendental forms by the side of Srimati Radharani. Lord Krishna is equal to everyone in his general dealings, but due to the conflicting ecstatic love of Srimati Radharani, there were opposing elements. I feel here this reciprocation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He is the source for everything. He is also the source of separation and the source of forgetting. He is the source of remembering and union. He is the source of intense Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He is the source of me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He is the source of you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Lord Krishna is equal to everyone in his general dealings, but due to the conflicting ecstatic love of Srimati Radharani, there were opposing elements. The progress of loving affairs between a young boy and a young girl is like the movement of a snake. On account of this, two types of anger arise between a young boy and girl: anger with cause and anger without cause. Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes. Sometimes we are looking for explanations. Yes, like what is the cause? And we can find a cause. But sometimes we cannot find an explanation. We cannot find a cause. But those two, they are undeniable. They undeniably exist. Anger with cause and anger without cause. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So these two types of anger arise between a young boy and girl. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. So they both feel anger with cause and anger without cause. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. When Radharani left the rasa dance, out of anger and resentment, Lord Sri Krishna became very anxious because he could not see her. Lord Krishna's desire, Lord Krishna, yes, okay, I trusted it. Oh my God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, these feelings. The rasa dance. I feel this attraction. It's so intense attraction. When Sri Krishna went out to search for Srimati Radharani, he wandered here and there. Not finding her, he became afflicted by the arrow of Cupid and began to lament. Since Krishna's lustly desires were not satisfied even in the midst of hundreds of thousands of gopis, and he was thus searching after Srimati Radharani, we can easily imagine how transcendently qualified she is. Oh. Okay. What was the other word? Transcendently qualified, and then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Tricky. Srimati Radharani displayed her tricky behavior. Tricky behavior. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. We can easily imagine how transcendentally qualified she is. After hearing this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Ramananda Rai, wow, so now there is this perspective and this revelation, this point of view, this sharing from that angle from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said to Ramananda Rai, that for which I have come to your residence has now become an object of truth in my knowledge. Wow. That for which I have come to your residence has now become an object of truth in my knowledge. Wow. I feel that there's this is the overgang, that what's the name? Change in from attraction and then the object becomes knowledgeable, has now become an object of truth in my knowledge. Now I have come to understand the sublime goal of life and the process of achieving it. Nevertheless, I think there is something more ahead, and my mind is desiring to have it. Oh, yes. Oh, this intuition, this feeling. Wow. That for which I have come to your residence has now become an object of truth in my knowledge. Now I have come to understand the sublime goal of life and the process of achieving it. Nevertheless, I think that there is something more ahead. And my mind is desiring to have it. Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Kindly explain the transcendental features of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Also explain the truth of transcendental mellows and the transcendental form of love of Godhead. Kindly explain all these truths to me, but for yourself no one can ascertain them. Shri Ramananda Rai replied, I do not know anything about this. I simply vibrate the sound you make me speak. I simply repeat like a parrot whatever instructions you have given me. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself, who can understand your dramatic performances. Wow, I feel here this Ramananda Rai, honored son, first son, Hare Krishna, of Bhavananda Rai, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. He is in this position. He has Krishna in his heart, and he has Krishna in front of him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So he's motivated internally and externally. No, that's not externally. He is motivated. He's pushed and pulled by the same one from behind his heart and in front of his heart, like a flute. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Kindly explain the transcendental features of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Also explain the truth of transcendental mellows and the transcendental form of love of Godhead. Kindly explain all these truths to me, but for yourself no one can ascertain them. Shri Varamanandarai replied, I do not know anything about this. I simply vibrate the sound you make me speak. I simply repeat like a parrot whatever instructions you have given me. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself. Who could understand your dramatic performances? You inspire me with the heart, within the heart. You inspire me within the heart. You inspire me within the heart, and makes me speak with the tongue. I do not know whether I am speaking well or badly. You inspire me within the heart. Within the heart, Hridaya. Prerana. Prerana. Direction. Kara, you give. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Within the heart, direction you give. Within the heart, direction you give. Hridaya, prerana, karam. Hridaya, prerana, karam. Hridaya, prerana, karam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hridaya prerana karam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. You inspire me within the heart and make me speak with the tongue. I do not know whether I am speaking well or badly. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I am a Mayavadi in the renounced order of life. And I do not even know what transcendental loving service to the Lord is. I simply float in the ocean of Mayavada, philosophy. Due to the association of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, my mind became enlightened. Therefore I asked him about the truths of transcendental loving service to Krishna. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told me, I do not actually know about the topics of Lord Krishna. They are all known only to Ramananda Rai, but he is not present here. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, after hearing about your glories, I have come to your place. But you are offering me words of praise out of respect for a sannyasi, one in the renounced order of life. Whether one is a Brahmana, a sannyasi, or a Sudra, regardless of what he is, he can become a spiritual master if he knows the signs of Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, please do not try to cheat me. Thinking of me as a learned sannyasi. Please satisfy my mind by just describing the truth of Radha and Krishna. Sri Ramananda Rai was a great devotee of the Lord and a lover of God. Wow, I want to know. Although Yadyapi Ramananda Rai Ramananda Rai, Premi, a great lover of Krishna. Ramananda Roy, Premi, a great lover of Krishna. Premi, a great lover of Krishna. Mahabhagavate, a topmost devotee. Tandra, his mana mind, Krishna Maya, the illusionary energy of Krishna. Nare, not able. Achadit, to cover. Tatapi, still. Prabhura Isha. Prabhura Isha, the Lord's desire. Prabhura Isha. Prabhura Isha. Parma Prabhala, very intense. Parama Prabhala, very intense. Janileha. Even though it was known, Rayera Mana, the mind of Ramananda Rai. Hela, there was Talamala, agitation. Ramananda Roy. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Purport. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. The perfect devotee always acts according to the desires of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the materialistic man is carried away by the waves of the material energy. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said, Mayara Vashe Yacha Bhese Kacha Habodubu Bhai. A person under the grip of the material energy is carried away by the waves of that illusionary energy. In other words, a person in the material world is a servant of Maya. However, a person in the spiritual energy is a servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although Ramananda Roy knew that nothing was unknown to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he nonetheless began to speak further on the subject because the Lord desired it. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Because the Lord desired it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Ramananda Rai said, I am just a dancing puppet, and you pull the strings. Whichever way you make me dance, I will dance. Whichever way you make me dance, I will dance. Ami Nata, I dancer. Tumi Sutradhara, the puller of the strings. Whatever way you make me dance, in that way I want to dance. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My dear Lord, my tongue is just like a stringed instrument, and you are its player. Therefore, I simply vibrate whatever arises in your mind. Ramananda Rai began to speak on Krishna Tattva. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he said. He is personally the original Godhead, the source of all incarnations and the cause of all causes. There are innumerable Vaikuntha planets as well as innumerable incarnations. In the material world also there are innumerable universes, and Krishna is the supreme resting place for all of them. The transcendental body of Sri Krishna is eternal and full of bliss and knowledge. He is the son of Nanda Maharaj. He is full of all opulences and potencies as well as spiritual mellows. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme controller. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, for he is the prime cause of all causes. I want to look into supreme controller more. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Ishvara, the controller, Parama, supreme. Ishvara, the controller. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, the Lord of the body, the Lord, the controller, the personality of Godhead, the Supreme Lord, capable, the controller, the Lord controller, the Master, the Supreme Controller, the Supreme Person, the Lord or Director, Supreme Controller, the King. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Although able to curse Prajapati, Daksha, wow, able. The king, very powerful, able to give charity, a powerful controller who can do whatever he likes, Narada Muni. The complete controller, any supreme controller, Lord Shiva, completely independent of illusion, capable, the King of Heaven, the Supreme Lord Parameshvara, the Master, the Supreme Controller, although the Supreme Controller, my husband, Lord Ishvara, the Super Soul, the Controller, the Supreme Controller, this Lord, the Ultimate Controller. Wow, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, I feel getting tired. It's very late here. Let's have a quick look at you, at the audience, at the listener. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. There's a listener in real time, and there's a listener maybe in another time, dham, sarvata, sarvadra, sarvadha, sarvatra. Oh my God, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let's have a look at him. Whew. And I cannot speak. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When I look at him, I cannot speak. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Madhumangala, Hare Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Kanta. Wow. Hare Krishna, Sakadas, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Madhumangala, Radha, Hare Krishna, Sakadas, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, welcome if you are still there. Hare Krishna, if you are still listening. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And otherwise, you can hopefully feel that I'm talking about your name, that I'm mentioning you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, now I'm getting really saturated. I have to take some rest. Thank you, Haribol. Let's continue. Let's continue. Hare Krishna. Let's continue relishing the blessings of Guru, Krishna, source of all sources. Oh, Hare Krishna.